Take 100 grams of turmeric powder and 100 grams of maida flour and mix these two and add little bit of water and make it like a chapati dough consistency. Here the dough has come together, and if you look at the consistency, it is not too watery, not too solid. The dough was literally soft, like how we do for chapati, and it can be molded to any shape that we wanted. Make sure your dough is in the same format. Remember, we have to make the balls. I will give you the details of the balls. If you leave the entire dough open, it gets exposed to air and it will get dried out. So whatever quantity you want, you take the dough and then make sure to close the rest of the dough. That way it stays moist and good for our idol. Make it into small ball like this. This is a bigger ball. This is a medium size ball, one of each. There are 5 small balls and there are 3 tiny balls. To get the same size for 5 small balls, what I did is I measured each ball quantity. That way I get the same size, and for the same I did for the 3 tiny balls as well. These balls are like 20 grams and these balls are like 5 grams. This is like 30 grams, and the bigger ball is like 40 grams. Now let us start making Ganesha. Take the bigger ball and just give a final touch to make sure the ball is perfectly the round shape. Keep it in the center of the plate and just press it. Then I'm just dipping my hand in the water to make sure my hand is not dry and good enough for rolling the balls and making it to required shapes. Now take one small ball and roll it like this. Roll it flat. So now if I put this, it's going to be too big. So what I will do is I'll remove half the quantity in this, a little bit. I'll just remove a little bit of this dough and put it back to my excess dough list and continue rolling it. Roll it flat like this. Basically this piece has to go in like this. So I'm adjusting my quantity to make sure that this one is not too big than the Ganesha's tummy. See, if you look at it, now I've removed the excess. I've removed little bit of dough from the small one. I have rolled it into a flat, and in the end I'm just making it flat like this, and I'm bending the roll. And bring it here and place it at the bottom. Another small ball, just slightly dip your finger in water. I have removed the quantity that I removed for the first one. I have to make this small ball into the same shape, this shape that I did earlier. So I place it on the other side. I'm doing the other side now. I rolled it into the desired shape. and I'm just coming and joining it here. I'm blending here both the pieces to make it as one. I'm just using a little bit, a very tiny amount of water, and giving this dough a smooth finish, and also trying to remove the cracks in the dough as much as possible. Now both the legs are over. If you look at it, one leg is little bit out and one leg is inside. That's how Ganesha usually sits. And now take the medium ball, and I'm going to roll it to a sharp edge point at one side. I'll show you that quickly. Using that ball, you have to bring it to the shape. I'm just using a little bit of water to smudge all the cracks, and I'm making sure the edge is pointed, and just keep it aside. Take another small ball. I'm trying to remove the around 4 to 5 grams because I already removed it. Remember, we removed it for these two legs. So just to keep it consistent, I'm removing around 4 to 5 grams from this ball, and I'm going to roll this flat. Make it flat like this and place it on top of the ball, the large ball that you already kept, and just try to adjust the shape. See, trying to adjust the shape like this. Use water if required. This one is the chest portion of the Ganesha that we did. Now take another small ball. I'm going to remove the same 4 to 5 grams that we did for those legs. Now I'm going to make the hand to do the Abhaya Hasta. So we have to roll it to the shape that we did for the legs, but at the end you will flatten it for the Abhaya Hasta position. I will show that quickly. Roll it like this, and at the end make sure you press well for the Abhaya Hasta position, and place it near the shoulder and tighten it here. So if you look at it, I'm keeping the Abhaya Hasta position and trying to join these hands with the Ganesha's chest and the shoulder. Now take the last small ball. Once again I'll remove that 4 to 5 grams which was not required earlier, and I'm going to roll it to do the other hand. It's almost going to be the same, but instead of showing it the Abhaya Hasta, it's going to be in the flat position. I'll roll it and show you shortly. So now I've just rolled it almost the same way like I did the other hand, and I placed the near the shoulder, and I'm trying to blend it with the back side with the other hand and the shoulder. And trying to smudge the and if you see now, I have the other hand ready. If you see now, you have Ganesha's chest, tummy, two hands and the legs. So this hand, I flatten it at this edge. This is where we are going to place Ganesha's modagam. We will keep really small tiny modagas in his hand. Then this is the one that we did using the medium shape ball. I just rolled it at the end to give a trunk like appearance. You can roll this either to the left or to the right. I just rolled it towards left, so when Ganesha is facing, the trunk is rolled towards the left. And once you fix this, I'm just trying to make sure there is no cracks. I'm trying to smoothen it out. And now we need to keep this head here. See how I fix the head. When you fix the head, make sure you keep the Ganesha in front of you and make sure you fix the head, that way it looks to you. If you keep the Ganesha like this and try to fix the head, then you are not sure whether the head is straight to you or not. So make sure you have the Ganesha statue looking straight you, and then you try to fix the head. That way you will get it correctly. And if you see, my trunk is also folded. In my case, my trunk is folded to the left side. Okay, so now Ganesha's head is over. I'm going to take the two small tiny balls that we made, and we're going to press it to make ears of the Ganesha. You know, as we all know, Ganesha's ear is pretty large, so we are also going to make a ear quite big enough to match this size. See, I pressed it flat. I'm going to press it like the ear of the Ganesha. This is already a little bit dried out, so I'm just going to use a little bit dash of water. This one didn't set well, so I'm just trying to fix it again. So I'm just trying to remove this one as well and fix it again. First keep in the place and then you can try to adjust it as required. While I'm doing this, please note that my dough is not very hard and it is not completely dried out. So you also make sure that the dough is moist with adequate moistness. So that way, whenever there is a correction, after fixing the ears, I'm taking the last tiny dough that we had. I'll just remove a little bit because I'm going to do the cap of this Ganesha on top of the head. So just apply a dash of water, and it has to be, I have to make it like a triangle shape to make the crown of the Ganesha. This is good enough, but I'm just trying to use a little bit of water. And place it as a crown of the Ganesha. We kept the crown of Ganesha. We are going to do some carvings. For that, take a toothpick and do some designs in the crown. Then also on the ear. Then on the Abhaya Hasta. So if you look at now, the Ganesha, we have done beautiful carvings for Ganesha. So now we are going to place the tusk. For that, take a toothpick and cut it into two. I still don't want this big. I'm just going to cut it. Okay, so I have this. I cut the toothpick into two, and then the one side of toothpick I cut it again into two. And then I'm going to place this toothpick inside, push it as much as possible. On the other side, keep the pointed one out. Using the other half of the toothpick, I'm going to do the eye. You can also use a sharp pencil. The eye is the most important in the face, so I'm trying to make it as symmetrical as possible, so that way we give life to this clay. I'm now going to make small modagams to put it in Ganesha's hand. I have taken a small sized very tiny ball and pressed it like this to make a plate for the modagam, and I'm going to place this plate on the Ganesha's left hand. Now on top of this plate we have to keep the modagams, so I'm going to make 4 small modagams. So now if you look at it, I've placed 4 modagas in Ganesha's hand. Now I'm going to use 2 peppercorns and do it as a Ganesha's eye. You can also do that with the same flour. Instead of yellow color, you can add edible black color paint to this dough to make it into a small tiny ball. But for the size of Ganesha I have, I thought the black pepper will do good. So I'm just going to place it as an eye to Ganesha. If you look at it, I have kept 2 peppercorns. Oh my god, it dropped. I have to fix it again, but this is how. See, Ganesha is completely done. Like this, you can do Ganesha naturally, Ganesha at home using edible products like turmeric and maida flour. You can also do this using clay. This Ganesha is really good. So now with the quantity that we made, we can make 2 Ganeshas. So we took 100 grams of turmeric powder and 100 grams of maida flour. So I have extra quantity. I can make another Ganesha. So if you want it, you can reduce the quantity to 50 grams of maida flour and 50 grams of turmeric powder. Hope you all like this video. Thank you.